Coming to you from Little Rock, Arkansas, welcome to Sips on the Rock with Legacy Wine and Spirits. Join hosts and store owners Johnny Akins and David Bevins, along with product expert extraordinaire Jake Dell, as we chat about booze, news, and other happenings in the wide world of wine and spirits. Now, let's get to sipping.
Greetings.
Welcome.
Hello. Welcome back, Mr. Mighty Rib himself, our first outside returning guest.
All right.
I'm honored.
Honor.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
We are
Appreciate it.
honored.
We are.
To have you here, sir. So, what's been going on in the food scene in your life? What?
It's
Lay
busy
on us.
right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Little Rock Central Arkansas food scene is really, booming. Shall I say? It's just a lot going on. A lot of things opening, some things closing. That's just the nature of the beast in the restaurant industry. But Central Arkansas, and that includes Little Rock, North Little Rock, Conway, Benton, Bryant, areas like that are really seem to be picking up. And we're getting past the summer days, which is tends to be somewhat slow for restaurants, and this is a good time of year for them.
Patio season.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I'm doing a TV segment next week on that very subject, patio season. I was like, it dropped about 10 degrees. It's not miserable outside. So let's talk about patios. I came up with a few of my favorites.
With what's her name on TV?
Yes, with what's her name?
We used to do it. We used to go on there, and I've seen you've been on there a few times.
Yeah, Nicole Neiman.
Nicole Neiman. Yeah.
What's
Like
your
her.
name?
AR style plug.
AR style. Yeah.
Yeah, we had fun going down there.
Yeah, it's fun. I go every other week and do a segment there and talk about food. And usually it's a couple restaurants I talk about, but every now and then I'll pull out a list, and I thought it'd be cool to talk about patios.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So don't ask me about patios.
Spoil.
No spoiler.
Yeah, no spoiler.
Everybody has their best patio, but I like the secret patio. There's a couple of restaurants around town that have just a little back door and
That you might not even know
no
about?
one knows
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
And that's me and my wife's spot.
All right, where is it?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Give it up.
Tell us.
We are
Not
not,
on the radio-
talking
not on-
patios.
Well, I, on that note, I'll bring up one I wouldn't say it's a secret patio, but you never think of it, and it's small. And I'm not going to talk about it in this segment, so I'll bring it up now. There's one in Table 28. A lot of people don't sit out there. I did a lot during COVID. It was one of those places that I found when it was safe to go out, and it's just a cool little spot. Usually, you're the only ones out there, and
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So Table 28.
It's a great restaurant.
Yeah.
It's kind of obscurely hidden over in there, but we love going there. It's terrific food. I don't know that I've ever been on the patio though.
Yeah. Me neither.
Yeah, most people don't even realize there is one, especially since they opened that. What would you call that? Like an atrium area in the courtyard. Right. So that's a popular spot right now. But a little patio there. I like places like that you don't really know exist, and there are several in the Little Rock. Milford Track is a great one.
I was talking about Milford Track the other night to my wife. I was like, I bet you've never had it. She's like, never even heard of it.
Yeah,
Killer stuff there.
I can give you the address. When I say you, like general public, you know about it, but like general public, I can give you the address, and you still can't find it.
Right?
Yeah, it's one of those crazy little spots. It's been open for years.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great patio. You can look at a little pond. I guess that's technically a pond.
Yeah,
and it's just and they're making their pasta fresh. One of the few spots in town that does that. So
I don't even know where it is. It used to be in Baptist Hospital, like ages ago.
Oh wow.
Well, it's in
My
that
roommate worked
it's
there.
in that. I think it's called the Westlake buildings. There's a
office
series
complex.
Yeah.
A bunch of office
Formerly
buildings.
the Koger Center.
Koger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's before my time.
Little Rock trivia.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. I've been here many a decade.
Yeah.
Roaming around town,
Yeah.
obviously.
So what is the well, that's hard to narrow down. I was going to say, what are you most excited about for this season?
I'm getting really excited, and I have been for a while, what's going on down in the Soma district. There's just a lot of cool things. And I've lived here for 11 years, and I feel like when I moved here and I would go down there occasionally, just because there wasn't much, you had Boulevard, the route was just opening, and that was really about it. Not too much. You had Community down there, Community Bakery, and when
Midtown.
Midtown. But now
pre-fire,
I was driving down there the other night on like might have been a Friday or Saturday night, and it's hard to find parking there now. So that's a good thing. It's really cool what's going on and all the different types of places that are opening. It's eclectic and not just food. So I'm excited about that we've got a new wine place opening there. I think it's called Beer, Cheese, and Wine, BCW. I hope I'm getting those letters correct. And then you got the bagel shop, which I've been, those who follow my blog know how passionate I am about bagels and also how passionate I am about how we don't have any bagels in Little Rock, and now we do. These are legitimate bagels. They're boiled and baked. That's a bagel. That's what you got to do. And so they're doing great things there. And like I said, that wine shop that's going to be opening up in the next week or so. And you got Mockingbird and Rocktown's down there, and
that Busker's place. Have you been by there?
Haven't been there yet. That former South on Main spot. Yeah. So I'm just excited. Like I was telling you, I used to go down there maybe once a month. Now I'm down in Soma probably twice a week, if not more.
Wow.
Just because there's just so much going on, and I've gotten involved quite a bit. I'm helping out on the committee to bring back the Cornbread Festival. I opened my big mouth about 5 months ago. That's what I tend to do. I open my big mouth on the blog, and I said, "Boy, I sure do miss the Cornbread Festival because it's been out of commission since COVID."
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, I found myself in a committee meeting. And when you open your mouth, you better be able to back it up as far as I'm concerned. So I've really dedicated a lot of my time to helping bring back what I think is one of our best, if not the best, food festivals in this town. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'd actually hit you up about that the other day, asking if there were still entries available.
Yeah, we're
shut down.
Yeah, shot you down. That's because I've been doing my job, recruiting restaurants. We got 15 restaurants. It's going to be a smaller festival than years past because we're going to try to get it right because we've been on hiatus, and so 1,000 tickets are going to be sold, and they're $20 a ticket if you want to come.
Where is it going to be?
It's going to be on South Main Street between 14th and 16th Street. And we're going to close off those streets. We're going to have a couple food trucks. We're going to have 15 competing teams. Most of those are restaurants. And it's just going to be a fun time. Music. There's going to be plenty of things for the kids to do. And if you don't feel like eating cornbread, there's going to be, I think we've got 60 vendors there. That's all free to the public. You can walk up and, like I said, food trucks will be there and all the restaurants will be open. So it should be a fun time. And I'm excited about playing a part in bringing it back. And like I said, I don't live down there, but I feel like I've been living down there the last several months, which, I'm just really proud of what we're doing, and just want to make it great.
Awesome. Did you say the date on that?
It is November 4th, Saturday, November 4th from 11 to 4. And plenty of tickets remain. I know we've sold a couple hundred tickets, but we just started pushing that out there as far as ticket sales. And so I wouldn't wait if you do want to eat cornbread. And I've seen the list of recipes and what the restaurants are going to be making.
Oh, they've already submitted.
Oh yeah, I make
cool.
sure that's all part of the registration. And there's I think one that's doing crawfish in it, and there's a crab cake cornbread. So and then there's like a hot water cornbread, which more traditional. So I think it's going to be a really nice mix of traditional and non-traditional, sweet and savory, which you got to do.
Yeah.
It's just people get really adamant about non-sweet or unsweet cornbread. I like it every way you can imagine, just as long as it's good.
It's one of those hot button issues.
It's always,
I like
famous on your
cheese
page.
And jalapeno in mine.
Yeah.
If you have jalapeno, you can do add a little sugar or what have you.
Yeah,
spicy and
absolutely.
Sweet.
I love that. In fact, right before I came over here, I was writing an article, and I mentioned it's kind of cornbread adjacent, the Hush Puppies at the Oyster Bar, which they are jalapeno and corn, and they're so good.
So good.
Yeah.
You were talking about the
a good hush
crawfish.
puppy.
I used to work at a restaurant, and I used to put crawfish in my hush puppies.
Yeah.
About 15 of them. Just
Can't beat that.
Nope.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's good. So
I mean, like when you get, a basket of fish or something, you got a couple hush puppies. You've already completed your meal, but you got to save those hush puppies for the last.
It's
You
dessert.
gotta eat 'em. I mean,
and it's okay if they're sweet. I gotta be a
Yeah.
little sweet.
Yeah.
you can't chunk the hush puppies.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Ketchup.
On my hush puppy, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Don't get in there.
Thank
For
you.
sure.
It's a graze past a cocktail sauce is what it is. It's like just a little slight graze.
Yeah.
Just a brush.
Exactly.
I am a firm believer in ketchup belonging on a hush puppy.
Yeah.
I just love ketchup. I'm not ashamed to admit
Right.
it. Sometimes I'll get a little backlash from my ketchup love, but I think ketchup's great.
Just
And-
don't put it on your steak.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Unless your steak needs it, which some.
If your steak
You've
needs
gone wrong
ketchup,
somewhere.
throw the damn plate away.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Well, that's exciting. Is there a website for the ticket sales?
Man, you're putting me on the spot.
Just Google it, folks.
Yes, Google it. It's like I tell people on the blog, Google it.
Yeah.
Stop asking me
Look it
questions.
up on Facebook.
Google it.
Yeah.
Google Arkansas Cornbread Festival. I'm sure that's the website.com. If it's not, you'll find it pretty easily. It's a nice website. You can buy the tickets there, and it's like I said, it's going to be a good event. I'm it better be. I'm really involved in it. My name's all over it. And I don't want to be embarrassed. So yeah,
Well, good folks, it's up to y'all to make this a success.
that's right.
We want to keep it growing. Yeah, now that it's
Yeah.
coming back. Yeah, let's make sure it's a
Well, that's
success.
cool. So, did you hit the Food Truck Fest last weekend?
I didn't. Yeah, I've been to
I don't
those.
know anyone that did.
Yeah.
One person.
That food truck festival, I feel like is more geared for people that may not eat at food trucks throughout the year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I eat at a food truck probably once or twice a month, and I know all the food trucks. So not to bash the food truck festival, but I don't feel like waiting an hour in line
Right.
to eat food that
Right.
I've eaten a few times.
So you're
at a-
saying it's amateur day.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
going to dinner at Valentine's, Valentine's Day.
Right.
I get it, and I think it's wonderful. And any type of food event that's well run is great for the city. But I've gone in years past. It just wasn't on my radar this year, and that's another thing. I just forgot about it. Quite honestly, I guess I didn't get a press release.
I didn't see much pub about it online. Just happened to run into it. Really.
I don't.
Did it used to be all weekend? Because everybody was asking me, is it Saturday and Sunday?
No,
And it was just Sunday this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just always Sunday. It's such a big deal. They can't close down Main Street for the whole weekend.
Right.
But I don't even think they need publicity anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
they're so big.
Yeah.
that I don't. Like I said, I didn't see any press release. I didn't even see any stories run on it, and I didn't know about it until like the weekend before. I'm like, oh, I've already got something
You
planned.
know, it's probably all
Right.
because Jake wasn't playing the
Right.
festival.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So it is. That is probably our most popular. Not probably. It is our most
Yeah.
popular food festival, and I think it's great. It's just sometimes I go and sometimes I don't. And if I do go, I'm there at like 10 o'clock in the
Early.
morning.
Yeah, you
I
got to
don't-
go early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because some years it's either raining or it's still hot,
Mhm.
and I don't deal with heat very well. So,
Right.
yeah.
One thing I'm excited about is the new Shorty Smalls food truck. Got those cheese logs.
2 items. Right.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's 2 items: the fried peach pie, a la mode, I believe,
And the cheese
and
logs.
the cheese logs.
Yeah.
They're going all in, huh? They're leaning into what made them famous.
Man, if someone had a potato skins food truck, I'd be all
You'd
over it.
be
That's
all
the
over
one
it.
thing from all these old 80s restaurants that I really miss is those
Good potatoes.
good potato skins.
I tell you what, I love potato skins too, and they are a very dated item,
Right.
and I miss them. And there is one restaurant, Chow Bachi, that have them on special every now and then. If you see them,
Oh, wow.
they are magnificent
Yeah.
at Chow Bachi. You sit out in the patio with a glass of wine and have Chef Jeff Owens tater skins or whatever you want to call them. They're really wonderful.
That's the process makes it to where, like, if you order it, you would have to order it as an appetizer and not order your food because they take
Right.
a long time to make.
Have you ever tried to make them at home?
No, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Forget about it.
I tried once. I ain't doing that again. I mean,
No way. No way.
the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
No,
You know,
right.
like it's a lot of work. I mean, you're looking down like this is just a potato skin, and it's
Right.
great, but like man, it's like an all night affair to get them right.
Get 'em
I'll leave
right.
leave that to the restaurant.
Exactly.
What if you could find like just the hollowed out shell somewhere, like frozen.
Like, and that might be
Benny
part of the
Keith or
process.
Cisco or something.
Yeah.
Before you put them back in,
Yeah.
because you just never get them exactly right.
Yeah, it's a labor of love, and I haven't done it in about 15 years. Like I said, I got scarred from doing it one Friday night. I'm like, that's it for me.
Trying to make a Caesar at home, same thing. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
None of that mess.
Hey,
right,
you want to
so-
go up and pour up these beers, and we
Let's
can
do
keep
this.
talking, so we don't
Little
accidentally wait.
tasting.
Yeah, wait till the end of the episode. And then it's
Even though
warm.
Johnny's not here, we can get hollered at.
for going over time. Yeah. So the finals of our Oktoberfest beer bracket, you
Yeah,
know,
this
he's
is,
pouring them up, so we don't know which is which. We're trying to do a blind pick our favorite, and surprisingly, Sam Adams has made it all the way to the finals.
Oh, Sam Adams.
So we're
Against Paul in our Oktoberfest.
I mean, this is probably the most important battle, U.S. versus Germany
Yeah. Has
in
ever
recorded
had.
history.
Right.
Well, on that note, are y'all going to be at the? I'm not going to be there, but is it this weekend? Is the Oktoberfest?
Okay.
It is this weekend. I am not 100% familiar with the
Hand
details on
A
it.
first. Yeah.
Jake, do you know anything about Rocktoberfest?
It's at
No.
War Memorial. It's
Where
a
are we?
big deal.
A, B,
AB.
left or right?
Hey,
A. Are we going? Are we?
Switch. A is left. B is right.
You sure?
That's what I mean. Rachel made it very clear yesterday.
That's what we
It's
always
like
do.
You read left to right.
All right. You
Okay.
got it right.
Okay. All right. So
Little Rocktoberfest. Yeah, that's the one where they do it at War Memorial out on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there a couple times. I think they had it at a different venue a time or two. But I'm kind of like you in my world has always been beer, and beer has been my profession and stuff. I got over the beer festivals, and
Yeah.
I've had all those beers through my
Right.
job and, you know, for pleasure. And so it's fighting the crowds. You know, you get to shake hands with some of the people in the industry that you know don't get to see all the time.
That's what's nice. You see
Yeah.
people that,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
It's the actual tasting of the beer became, you know, secondary. It's just like let's party and get drunk.
What was the one at Dickie Stevens? That was a really good event.
Yeah, I felt
liked
like that was the best
concourse.
one.
Yeah.
because they also had a huge element of locally brewed beers,
Yeah.
and they had a homebrew element to it.
was that the one with the Heart Association?
Yeah, that we went to.
Yeah.
Yeah, early on.
So I did bring pretzels today.
Yeah, if we need a palate cleanser.
I'm going to cleanse my palate because they're kind of running together now. You can hear that crunch.
Yeah,
Mm.
Where's your bag of pretzels, Jake?
I put it on my desk.
So are we supposed to say
Oh,
which one we
shit.
like the most?
Yeah,
So after, yesterday, I think I still have some recall.
Oh,
I mean,
I
that's,
wouldn't stake my entire reputation on it, but I am 95% sure I know which one's which. And even if
Yeah.
I didn't, I feel like there's one that is a
it's
pretty
it's
clear winner.
standout.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get it wrong then.
Yeah, but there is no
There is no wrong.
There is no wrong. Again, these two made it to the finals out of 11 or 12.
Mhm.
It had to be 12, yeah. And like David and I were saying, we're not the biggest fans of Sam Adams, kind of thinking, maybe it'll win a round or two, but
Yeah.
it went up against some heavy hitters in American craft.
Some of our favorite brewers.
Yeah.
I actually toured Sam Adams way back in the day.
I bet that's a really good tour.
It is a fun tour. It's
Yeah.
like the one in Boston,
Right.
I think it's brewed in like Ohio now or something, but like the actual real brewery in Jamaica Plains, Boston. It's a cool tour.
I was cooking at a fine dining restaurant in '89, and this was named Tim Cook. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
He came
Yeah.
in Beaumont, Texas, like this nowhere place. This guy was out on the road, like
Yeah.
pushing that
Grinding it.
beer. Yeah,
That's what you
grinding.
got to do. People don't realize the type of work it takes to get to that level. I certainly don't. But it really does all the time and the years that go into it before you can reach a level where you're making commercials and whatnot. But those people work hard. They really do.
A labor of love.
Well,
You got to be in it to win it. A.
yeah, A was mine.
Mine too, and I was so
Yeah.
that was a slap in the face to me. Like,
Yeah.
I had no way.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just it's a little bolder to me.
Sam
It's got
Adams.
bigger,
Sam
a little
Adams.
bigger flavor. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, we're in.
I mean, I never would have
absolutely.
pegged myself as picking Sam Adams, but
I'm so old world too. I'd like if this happened and I didn't know, I'd have been like, no.
well, we were talking about yesterday the green glass gives more light exposure, which gives it that funky, skunky.
Yeah.
The Heineken effect.
No, the Heineken effect. Yeah, exactly.
Man, I wish my palate was that sophisticated. I probably wouldn't be able to tell.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The skunky you would.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So yeah, they're both winners in my book.
yeah.
But
I mean, yeah.
the beet, you could really get that German fermentation profile.
When you're at this level in the bracket, there are no bad beers, right?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, well, that was a very fun, very, very scientific. I'm sure volumes will be written about this beer bracket we have conducted. But yeah, congrats, Sam Adams.
Yeah.
Way to go.
The OG of American.
Like they need another
Oktoberfest.
award.
Right. Yeah. Have you made it to the new rights? Yeah.
I have, and I'm happy to report it seems as good as the one in Johnson, and they've got a Bentonville location now and a Rogers location.
The pictures all look great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell with barbecue. The pictures tell
Yeah.
1,000 words. Barbecue is one of the few foods that immediately by looking at a picture of it whether it's worth your time or not, and specifically the brisket is easy to tell whether it's good or just very average brisket. They do brisket as good as anyone in the state, I think. There's 3 or 4 others, Ridgewood Brothers and Nightfire and Reed's that do an excellent job with brisket as well. But certainly in Little Rock, to me, they are already the best barbecue in town. And I was a little skeptical, to be honest with you, because anytime you expand barbecue, there is certainly a risk, and it doesn't necessarily translate. Just because it's good in Johnson doesn't mean it's going to be good in Little Rock. And they know what they're doing, and it's as good as I remember. And I think you talk about additions to our food scene. That's a huge one. Maybe the biggest of the year. To couple that with the origami sake, that's going to really change things, and it's something to be very proud of. Everything is right here in Arkansas, and I'm super excited. It's an excellent product, even if you're, I've sat next to people that aren't sake fans, and you try it and you're like, oh, that's really good. I am a fan.
Yeah.
I actually bought a couple bottles last time I was here. You can a little plug there. So I'm very excited about that. Very excited about rights. These are things that are elevating our food community, and it just gets me excited whenever we introduce something that we've never had. It's just a real feather in our hat.
Yeah.
So where is the rights location?
It's behind Town Pump.
Okay.
And the Riverdale area. That building was famous. Before I lived here, it was something famous. Maybe y'all know.
Dixie Cafe?
No, it was.
That's close though. Yeah.
Famous.
Yeah. There was, it's like I think it was
Behind town. I don't know. Behind.
Yeah. There's
with the dome.
Yeah.
Not part of the Mercedes dealership.
No,
It was
across
like
the street.
it was some bar or club or something. And
Oh, Diego's.
this was
Diego's.
back-
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
they're
if
back
you
in
don't
the
know,
day.
Yeah, that was
I'll be
before my time.
surprised.
So-
Diego's.
Yeah.
That the airplane crashed into the top of the building.
Oh, I do remember that as a kid. Yeah. Like driving by there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, great location. It's kind of hidden back there, which I love for a barbecue spot. It doesn't need to be. It can be off the beaten path a little bit. People are going to find it.
Yeah.
It's in the heart of the city, which is great. And they already have a line. There seems to be a line about 20 deep. It moves fast. I think you can call ahead and place your order, which helps. But again, I feel like we have a destination barbecue spot in Little Rock finally.
That's really cool.
No knock on anyone else, but
Right.
to me, there's like a real difference when I say destination. Am I willing to drive like 2 or 3 hours to eat barbecue? And I'm only willing to do that for the special spots.
Right.
And
Right.
I feel like we have one now.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So if you're at a barbecue restaurant, what is your go-to? For me, like I like pulled pork. I love brisket. Typically the burnt inside, but I'm generally a pulled pork.
Yeah. From what I hear, pulled pork is like the easiest for the pit masters to do, and it's hard to like really, really screw it up. So to me, I love pulled pork is what I'm trying to say. But if I'm really trying to judge a place whether they know what they're doing,
it's hard
or
to
not,
gauge on pulled pork.
Because hell, I can make a pretty decent pulled pork at home. You
right.
know, what are the ribs like? I don't want them falling off the bone. That's not good. That's not a good rib. I'm tired of hearing people say, "I love."
Amen. I love that you say that. Yeah, I feel the same way.
Louise, that is not that is a rib that's been ruined.
Slow cooker.
Just
throw it in a slow cooker.
Yeah, I used to make those like when I was in my 20s. I put them in a slow cooker. I thought I was so proud of them. You know? But I love a good rib, St. Louis style rib, and I love. You know, the sliced brisket is the ultimate. It's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
And if you can nail that, which very few can, that tells me everything else. The thing that I'm a little disappointed in general about the barbecue in this state compared to like where I'm from in Texas is I feel like the sides are just very mundane and repetitive.
Yeah.
And I feel like Texas barbecue now over the last probably 10 or 15 years really takes great pride, even more, just as much in their sides as they do with the meat. And I feel like sides in this area are just kind of like, oh, here you go. Here's some potato salad. Here's some slaw.
Right. That's another area where a place can really set itself apart.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And I don't know why many don't. You know, you're right. Like, get people talking.
Yeah.
You know, put something different on there and have fun with it. And I just don't see much of that, which is a little disappointed. Even in Wright's case, I mean, their sides are fairly traditional, but they're good. You know, their greens are really good. But I would, and what I found with Wright's, it seems like they're trying some things out. So maybe they might put different specials on. The thing I want to try at Wright's, I've heard they make a great cheeseburger. So I'm kind of excited about that, trying that out. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Don't think of burgers out of it.
You know where my secret cheeseburger's from?
Your favorite?
Or not my secret.
Your secret is not going to be secret anymore. You're gonna divulge it?
Flying fish.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Yeah.
Ooh, and I like
so
that.
So they came from Texas when we didn't have a Whataburger.
Yeah.
And so they modeled their burger after a Whataburger.
A nice thin patty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me that.
Yep. They almost kicked my butt last time we went together, and I ordered a hamburger.
Yeah. See, I love recommendations like that because, I mean, I didn't know about it. I'm guaranteeing 99% of everyone else doesn't, and to me, that's what really adds to our food scene is these like really, like we were talking about Milford Track. You know, these are really cool things that not a lot of people know about. I didn't even know they had a cheeseburger.
Nice.
And if I saw it, I wouldn't have ordered it, and now I will. So that's really great. Count Porcula has a great cheeseburger. Yeah. The barbecue places that really take pride in their barbecue also know how to make a good cheeseburger. So yeah, I mean, we could do a whole separate podcast episode on cheeseburgers. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was just a big run through your personal pages, the top burgers in the Rock, or was it Central? Or
yeah, I did that a couple months back. You know, I don't know why I'm a glutton for punishment, but yeah, that's probably the most popular thing I do each year is my burger top. I guess I do a top 20 if I remember right.
Yeah.
And of course, I piss off a bunch of people. How is this not in there? And I'm like, every restaurant in this city has a burger. Hundreds and hundreds of burgers. Just because they're not in the top 20 doesn't mean it's a bad burger. It just means it's not.
Yeah, how dare you trash my favorite burger by not putting it in your list.
And on top of that, I haven't eaten every burger in this area, nor will I ever in my lifetime. I'm just trying to do the best I can. One man, trying not to die of a heart attack. But yeah, that one always riles people up.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Particularly nowadays.
And Facebook pages.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to rile people up. I know the hot button food topics, cornbread, chili, burgers, chili.
Oh, the chili beans, no beans?
Yeah, that's a huge one.
Well, you know, let's bring up another one. Grab your other bag there.
I'm going to be passionate about this.
Candy corns. I know you are no fan.
Oh, no.
Of the candy corn.
Was that you that compared it to Crayola?
Maybe.
I mean, the texture. It's pretty spot on the texture, right?
But I never understood why people didn't like it. Maybe. And I was all like, somebody compared it to Crayola. I was like, no.
Here's the thing. I eat one a year, and it's great, that one. And I'm doing it right now. And after that, I don't want to look at it. It's disgusting.
I don't really like it on its own, but then I started working here and he mixes it with all these mixed nuts, and together the salty sweet is it kicks it up next level.
Well, someone told me you just melt them down and put them with nuts, and it's a payday. That's what a payday is.
What?
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah. Candy corn whiskey.
Ooh,
Yeah.
are you starting to sell that here at Legacy? You gonna plug that?
Well, unfortunately,
you know it'll be a big seller.
Iowa,
Yeah.
North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Wisconsin
Well, it's close.
are the only people that have the good fortune of being able to get this.
Darn.
I'm pretty
As
sure
of
with all
now.
that sugar, if you pour some whiskey in it, it's going to dissolve those candy corns, and you're
I
good to
mean,
go.
yeah, wouldn't it just be kind of just sweet whiskey?
Yeah,
I mean, we could make some here.
mix it with some peanut butter whiskey.
Just do
Yeah,
some.
simple
have like a little liquid shot of the mix there.
Just infuse some. Make your own batch.
Yeah.
Not for sale to public.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Surely they've got some trick up their sleeve.
It would be a good mixer. Yeah.
I mean, I can see fiddling around with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so we have technically run out of time, but
Oh, we have already.
Like I said,
What are your what's the time on your episode?
We shoot for 30.
Yeah.
We're at
That's the
31
sweet
minutes.
spot.
yeah.
I guess we got to wrap it up there.
I didn't hear
I love your hat.
Thanks.
Maine Beer Company.
It's
That is
great
cool.
beer.
I was
Yeah, it is.
Great beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was there this summer. Loved it.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well,
I didn't press record today.
Oh no.
Hopefully, our dedicated and devoted
Producer.
production team.
Yeah.
I mean, all this
Is
golden
grabbing it.
material could be wasted, or
Right.
That's what we have them for, right?
Well, hopefully. Did y'all catch that, guys? But no, yeah. Thus ending season 1 of Sips on the Rock. This is our 52nd episode.
Right.
We hit 1 year a few weeks back, but we have actually
Skip
just
some weeks.
concluded
Yeah,
our
yeah.
52nd.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm
Season
honored to
1.
be back.
Yeah.
Truly, I am.
great timing for you to be here with the close of our Oktoberfest Beer Bracket and the close of our first season.
Well, anytime you want to have me back, just let me know. Love coming up and talking with
Awesome.
you guys.
Yeah, we love having you.
Absolutely.
thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, we spend most of our day talking food. If we're not talking food, we're talking booze. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate
They
it.
go hand in hand.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming. Thank you, JR, for your participation. And y'all keep on sipping.
Keep on sipping.
Remember to subscribe to our podcast, Sips on the Rock, and like us on all the socials to keep up with what's new in the wide world of alcohol. Shop LegacyLR.com for curbside pickup or local delivery. Remember, for better service and better selection, shop local. Please enjoy responsibly. Cheers.